back to ESPN Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Paul Kelly. We are just a couple of days away from a big weekend of boxing. We've got a massive main event in Cardiff and a massive main event in Las Vegas. So two very different places. One world title fight, one fight that's a massive fight, but not a world title fight in Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia. Paul, thank you for joining me. Going to get right into it. We're here to give some final predictions as well as kind of the betting odds behind those predictions. So yeah, something a bit different for us, but looking forward to discussing them with you. What is your let's go into the big fight first. Not the world title fight. Surprisingly, Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia. What is your final prediction for this fight?
Yeah, thanks, Elliot. I think that I've been pretty bullish in thinking that Gervonta Davis is going to win this fight. Various reasons for that. I know Garcia is an excellent fighter in his own right and has a brilliant record. But if you look at Gervonta Davis, he's three-weight world champion. If you classify the regular belt as a world title belt, he's won 12 consecutive world title fights. He's fought a better level of opposition than Ryan Garcia for me as well. 26 knockouts in 28 fights. I think he's definitely going to win and I think that the method of victory will be a knockout. For me, it was more there wasn't a huge lot of value in looking at that. So I'm going to go with a 4-round range. I'm a big fan of betting on, a 4-round range and predicting a certain rounds, like yourself. And I think that although my opinion has changed slightly, in fight week here, I'm going to go with a Gervonta Davis knockout in rounds 5 to 8, for his fight against Ryan Garcia this weekend. And if you're interested in what the odds on that would be, it's 11 to 4 I'm seeing for that outcome.
So cool. Gervonta Davis, rounds 5 to 8 at 11 to 4. Sounds good to me. Personally, I agree with you on the prediction, but I think it's difficult to predict when this KO will happen. I think it could. A lot of Gervonta Davis's stoppages seem to be in the second half of the fights nowadays, but this one could catch fire early. But we'll see. Yeah, nice to have your official prediction as we're only a couple of days away now. And we will move on to the main event for British fight fans this weekend. Rakhimov versus Cordina. We know the story. We're not going to go into it again. We are a little bit. Cordina won a world title last year, got stripped. Chance to become 2-time world champion this weekend back in Cardiff. What is your prediction for this one, Paul?
Yeah, this one was tough for me to call, to be honest with you. I think that there's so many different factors here. That Rakhimov's a big puncher. Cordina's not necessarily regarded as a big puncher, but then you look at his last fight when he won the title, and you're thinking, has he got power overnight? I look at this fight and I think Joe Cordina is going to win, first and foremost. That's my prediction. In terms of method of victory, I was edging towards points when this fight was announced. However, I've gone completely full circle on that now, and I'm going for Joe Cordina to win the fight by knockout. The reason for that being, I think Rakhimov showed frailties against Zelfa Barrett. I think Zelfa Barrett isn't a huge puncher either, and had Rakhimov on the canvas. I think that judging by Joe Cordina's last, I think that he can definitely punch. And for me, Rakhimov makes quite a few basic errors, which I think someone of the level of Joe Cordina will be able to exploit. Hence why I'm going to go with Joe Cordina to win the fight via stoppage, which is you can back at a price of 12 to 5.
Sounds good to me. Like a lot of people, I've struggled to predict this one as well. I know you have. With Joe Cordina, the only thing that worries me is lack of in-ring time in the last 18 months. However, Rakhimov got dropped by Zelfa Barrett in his last fight, came back to win, but I think more people maybe thought he was going to win a bit easier than he did. I think Joe Cordina is a quality fighter, so I'm in agreement with you again. I do think Joe Cordina will win by stoppage again. Don't know when it's going to happen personally, but yeah, we are in agreement. I'm sure we're not going to be in agreement every week of these videos, but yeah, we are this time. Paul, short and sweet. Be nice to be joined by you. But yeah, been good to do a mini breakdown of these fights, predicting them and betting odds for those that are interested. I will speak to you again next week.
Yeah, thanks, mate. All the best.